Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to summary video for multiplayer game number 111. As usual, spoiler alert, if you do not want to know how the game went, stop watching right now and go to the first position of the playlist. The link should be in here somewhere. But if you have watched the game, or you do want to know how the game went so you can decide if you want to watch or not, then I invite you to hear me out. Especially if you like some theory crafting after like 1 week after the game. Alright, but enough about that. So this game was played on Twitch on 2nd of February. I've got in this game Filthy Robot, Cleftor, Tony the Bomb, Les Mad Dog, and Don G. Now, first I gotta say, this is theoretically only for adults. There's a lot of strong language in this game, though not in the summary. In summary, there's not going to be any strong language whatsoever. So this one, actually, this particular one, will not be, will have no age limit, basically. But the rest of the game is basically for adults only. At least this is how I like it. I imagine that still some kids watch it, and I know that internet is full of unpleasant stuff, but still I want to be okay with that. So strong language, adults only. No strong language, you are free to watch. So this summary is free to watch. Alright, so one more information. If you have not watched the game and you do intend to watch the game afterwards, Filthy Robot, this was like one of the Filthy Robots, how do you say that, drunk streams basically, where he takes shots if people sub or donate to him. So he was quite buzzed during this game. But anyways, enough about Filthy this time, and let's focus on the game. So I picked Persia from my draft. Filthy picked USA. Well, actually it was like other way around. Tony picked USA, Filthy got Shoshone, and they switched around civs, basically. Oops, we don't want to watch that one. And they switched around civs. So, yeah, Filthy is playing USA, Tony is playing Shoshone, Last Mad Dog is playing Austria, Don G is playing India, and Cleftor rolled Aztecs. And I got Persia, and this is my starting spot. And I was like thinking, basically. But I decided to try and get in here first. Now, I will skip the video a little bit forward and show you my starting location, if the video will let me go. Video, let me go. Oops. Oh, there we go. Basically, this is what I rolled for. I decided, like, I moved one tile in here. Well, once I moved here, then I see like a mountain and desert. I was like, okay, let's try to. Oh my goodness, what's up with my PC today? Stop it! And I tried to settle in here. I'm sorry for this. Well, something is installing in the background. It's making my PC crazy. So I decided to Dropbox. There we go. So I decided to step in here. I'm gonna deal with Dropbox later when I finish this. So I decided to drop my city in here, and as it turned out, Cleftor is like totally next to me. And like totally next to me, his capital is in here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. And I was like, no, Cleftor. And you know Cleftor. Cleftor is just amazing. I wish I would get my hands on recording of his early game, because it's just bloody craziness, pure craziness. And it was exactly what happened in this game. Basically, his food in the early game was so dominant, and I was like wondering, how is that bloody possible? He has no Lake Victoria, it's too early to get cargo ships. How he did that? That was just beyond amazing for me, beyond amazing, and I need to figure this out. This is something I just need to figure out how he does it, because it's like super bloody awesome. how good is his early game that later on advances into the late game. So I've got in here, I'm here, and I've got Cleftor next to me, and he's got already like triple my food at the start of the game. And I'm like wondering what to do. I was planning, well, I had in mind when I picked Persia like a Liberty game, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Liberty. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Liberty, Persia. And this is the goal for this game. Okay, turn 73. I gotta say it was fun. It was fun. The mere idea of an attack at turn 74, it was just simply nuts. Okay, it was simply nuts of an idea. I do have to admit, I was drinking beer at this game, so during the course of the whole game I drank like 3 beers at least, but nevertheless, I do not remember when I was so ballsy, basically. So ballsy, and this game is like super pure craziness. So I had my bar problems, I've set up my 5 city, Liberty 5 city. I was slowly working towards finishing Liberty. I did get my golden age not that long ago, and I did build up some army. I tried to prepare the terracotta, and I was finishing Great Wall. And I gotta say, at this stage of the game, Cleftor is, I think, on 3 cities, and his food is like pure awesomeness compared to mine. I am rocking slowly in the hammers, basically, and as you can see, I did go for workshops. I don't have NC yet, though my cities are slowly getting libraries. I don't have NC yet, turn 73, no NC whatsoever, but I've got my Great Wall, terracotta army, plus my army prepared. As you can see, I've got a chariot, immortal, warrior, composite, horseman, a scout. I did miss a swordsman though, so I'm gonna get 6 units from a terracotta that almost doubles my army, and I got a Great Wall also, which helps out tremendously at war, and I'm getting those 2 wonders, and I'm just gonna skip. This is turn 73. I'm gonna skip to the turn where I managed to kill Cleftor. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. 4 turns later, Cleftor is dead. GG. Basically, GG from Cleftor. I managed to take away his capital. He had 3 cities, but he was completely unprepared. I have no idea why. He's got like 3 or 4 units, that's it. With that amount of army, I just swoop in here and clean up this space. And the big question right now was what to do next. Okay, so everybody was like cheering, basically. I mean, like Filthy, Tony, probably Donji, and Last Mad Dog. They were happy because their condition and demographics were nowhere close to Cleftor's, especially with food. So they were absolutely happy about that. So Cleftor is dead, but now that puts me into a huge disadvantage. I invested tons, and I mean like tons of resources. In the meantime, I do believe I did manage, or I will manage to get Notre Dame. Surprisingly, I did manage to get Notre Dame, which is quite cool. But I'm a long way from universities, I'm a long way from National College. I need to get crossbows, basically. And the question was, what do I do next? What do I do next? Do I sit in here and like take the rest of the Cleftor's empire, sit in here and have problems in the late game because I'm in the middle and like everybody had peace times. Filthy is rocking strong with science. Tony had a slow start but also is doing quite well, and the other side also is looking quite well. So what do I do? And I said to myself in this game, let's go on a kill frenzy, basically. But now the question is, what do we do? Where do we go next? Well, the first plan was quite easy. Take away Cleftor's cities, right? And here we are basically. Turn 100, I'm finishing my NC, by the way, in my capital. People on the Twitch streams are just on the chat are just laughing at me because, like, yeah, I said it, turn 100 NC. And yes, it was turn 100 NC. So I did take the last city, and now the question was, what do we do next? I've got all of this army in here. I know Filthy is a problem, and I will have to deal with him now or never. Basically, I have to admit, in this game I was surprised with myself, because the timings were almost perfect in this game. I killed Cleftor before crossbows, and now I have a huge crossbow army with addition of immortals that will convert into pikes soon, couple of horsemen. So I've got tons of troops, very nice production, but I do have a science problem. But this is turn 100, right? So there is a window of opportunity where crossbows can work before cavalries, artillery, and of course all the later techs. So I had all of this army all set up. I'm all the way in here, and I said to myself, definitely, if I want to stay in this game, I need to at least kill Filthy. I need to at least kill Filthy because there's only one tile passage to Tony, so land invasion is like super not possible to try to slow down Tony. And later on in the game, Tony is not coastal, Filthy is coastal. I will have problems on the other side, like there's gonna be India, Austria on my west, and there's still gonna be Tony and Filthy in the east. There's no way I can win in the late game. I didn't gain that much to actually to get back in this game. That would be quite lucky and would demand like people fighting with each other and not with me. So I decided, let's go and try to kill Filthy. And I was planning to do it, and of course I was planning to attack him. I sent a chariot there, and he freaked out basically. He freaked out, he declared war on me, so I was slowly taking Vatican City, but I gotta admit, I don't believe, maybe because he was too drunk, or I have no idea why, but I don't think he actually read the demographics solidly. I had 1k army. And he was like repeating, you're gonna get war with me, I'm gonna kill you, basically, come on, get in here, I'm gonna kill every single unit of yours. But I think he underestimated the amount of troops that I actually had in here. And, well, let's skip what happens next. 90 turns later, I'm knocking at the doorsteps of Filthy's capital. Okay? I did lose some troops, I definitely did lose some troops. But it was definitely worth it. Filthy threat was absolutely neutralized. Now, not only that, I was quite lucky, you could say. And I gotta admit that I was quite lucky right now, because Filthy, as he was losing his capital, we need a reload. And though he was not able to defend his capital, he was not able to reconnect. We tried like for 4 or 5 times for him to reconnect. He was getting some kind of an error, so he finally just let it go, though he wanted to take revenge on me tremendously. And this, actually, those technical issues of Filthy helped me out tremendously. Though I did get Filthy's capital, Filthy did get frigates, and now this last city of Filthy is quite hard to attack from land, so I would need to ward this side quite a bit. And take a lot of time to actually take this last city. But thanks to that Filthy did leave, and he GG'd because he couldn't reconnect anymore, I was able to make peace with AI. And now, this again showed me with another surprising option. And I mean like tremendously surprising option, because this was the craziest idea ever that I've made. But I was thinking, if this is crazy idea for me, then it would definitely be a crazy idea for Tony. So let me show you. What was it? And this is the crazy idea. I decided, I've got all my troops in here. I've got all my troops in here, and I'll have the same problem with Tony as I had with Filthy. Because Tony has like 1 tile passage, so attacking him from land is impossible. I have no naval cities. I have no fleet. Getting to him later would need, I don't know, what would I need, like bombers or nuclear missiles or whatever. Probably I will not be able to catch up to his science, and I still have the problems on the west. Okay, those Austria and India were still doing nothing. They were happy looking as I slaughter Clefter and Filthy. It was working for them quite well. So I guess, like, okay, I've got all those troops in here. Filthy did leave. So I did make peace with USA, and I decided, let's do it. Why the heck, why not? Why don't try it? So I literally skip my tech path that I was planning to go for factories, public schools, and all that stuff, and like get to astronomy. Tony, I had a spy in Tony's capital. He had no troops at the moment, like he was lost at troops. He was building like culture buildings, and I was thinking like, just if he will still keep doing this for 1 or 3 turns, I have a small window of opportunity again to kill Tony. And I was not really believing this would work. I was like merely hoping it will basically just slow Tony down a little bit, so he will have to make some troops, will not echo up while I can echo up, because I stopped reinforcing my army right now. I stopped building army. I said this troops, the last wave, and that's it. I'm not gonna reinforce it. It's just too darn far. So all the troops that I was producing and reinforcing the war with Filthy, I said, let's embark all of this stuff. I don't need it anymore. Soon they will be absolutely obsolete. There's no reason not to try to risk it and not try to attack Tony. So I embarked all the troops, and to my tremendously big surprise, let's try to find this in this video. Let's try to find this. Come on, where are you? This is the effect. This is the effect. And I said like, what? And I said like, what? You serious? It worked. It bloody worked, okay? It bloody worked. So, it was the most amazing thing that I have done in games that I showed you. One of the craziest things, and it worked. it was like awesome, pure awesomeness. I was so happy. I was so happy it worked. I was quite surprised it worked. Tony was able to get some defenses, but at the end, I did manage to take the capital, and after that it was GG basically, because I've got Great Wall, I still have a Golden Age on my units. So, though he had some units in here that could, in normal circumstances, he should be able to retake this capital quite easily with some lucky shift clicks. But thanks to my Golden Age and Great Wall advantage, there was no chance for him to retake it or defend. Though I did had a lot of reinforcements incoming too. This is like the last wave of reinforcements getting embarked through the sea. And this army, all of that army was enough to take Tony down. So, basically, I have my east side of the map covered. Now, the only thing that I needed to done is to like echo up a little bit and prepare for the war with India and Austria. I found the screenshot I was looking for quite fast, and I'm super happy about it. Austria did decide to attack me. Okay? He went for freedom, of course. He was quite ahead of me in tech. I'd probably say, well, maybe not far ahead, but quite ahead. I went for factories. I did start building public schools, and I knew that I have no chance to like try to catch up, go for a science victory. I know I need to kill them, right? So Austria is quite ahead of me, but not that much. I was soon getting at planes. Well, soon, maybe 10 turns, and I was rocking crazy gold. I had my commerce policies almost done. So I would be able to buy off planes and easily build up planes with Autocross C3 promos. No problems there. But I just needed to survive, and he made a terrible mistake. He decided to attack me with foreign legions and Gatling guns instead of investing into artillery. And that was a huge mistake on his part. If he would get artillery, there was no probably way that I could defend. But since he only attacked with foreign engines and Gatling guns, look at this bunch of lunatics trying to defend against like triple strand units attacking them, basically. So with couple of bot Langschnitz and 2 knights, I was able to stop, well, of course, Great Wall and 1 citadel. I was able to stop this attack before my reinforcements arrived. And there's not huge reinforcements, like Gatling guns. All my army was still at Tony's place, like slowly getting to me, back to me. But power of Great Wall was just too much, and 1 citadel, Great Wall plus 1 citadel, a little bit of shooting from the city, and that was more than enough to stop this attack. That was just pure craziness. And that was enough. India was preparing an artillery push, but they did not try to do it. So after this attack failed, and I wrote to Austria that how much sense I make, actually managed to ally this city-state. So they decided to concede, basically. Where's the exact turn in here? Yeah, there we go. GG, well played. So, surprisingly, after I chat with the Austrian, well, the last mad dog, he was not so crazy ahead in science of me. He had like 300 science, though I had much more cities, of course. But I would probably be getting on top on that. As I said, I was working slowly I didn't get my work, Oxford done. I still had a scientist, so I was slowly getting oil. And I was going to Oxford Plains, so I should be having planes, as I said, in a couple of turns. I'm still in the golden age, and I have my front secured, basically, who is not able to push in here. As you can see, that citadel and Great Wall was just too much. And finally, my first troops are getting back from invading Tony. So at this moment, they said GG. And I was like, wow. Liberty, successful Liberty game. And I'm like, yeah, pure awesomeness. Though, I gotta admit, this was a perfect, I would say even a flawless game. Everything was like, hit the perfect timings, okay? I managed to get Great Wall, Terracotta, Golden Age, and nicely prepared Terracotta, attacked Kleftor just before he was getting crossbows. And he did not have enough troops to prepare for that. So there was a perfect timing. Victim number 1. Filthy, underestimating me hugely, also not preparing to war, trying to aim for the late game, also probably being a little bit drunk, which influenced his set of mind about me. Another perfect attack timing before Gatlings, artilleries, and cavalries. Worked out perfectly. Another thing, Filthy, after losing his capital because of technical issues, not reconnecting to the game, so I will not have to deal with a couple of frigates that would stop my embarkation idea, and embarking troops to Tony. And again, something that Tony was not expecting, hitting again a timing when he was not strong at army, he was producing culture building, some wonders. He was really not expecting a naval invasion, and boom, it worked. And then, last mad dog trying to attack me without artillery, so I can stop him with 5 units and a city and a great general. Of course, Great Wall against a dozen of units, very strong units, but that's all that enough. So it worked perfectly before I can get back and focus on the other front. Everything worked perfectly in this game. And I was super happy because it was such a quite intensive game. I was not able to follow the chat. Probably chat is also hilarious in this game. But anyways, that was just GG. GG. Thank you very much for the game. It was such a nice game, I gotta admit. I'm super happy that I'm able to bring it to you. Though strong language applies in this game still. But awesome Persian Liberty game. I'm not sure if I ever gonna repeat something like that, so I really wanted to show you this game. That was awesome. So one more time, GG. Thank you for the game, everyone. If you haven't watched the game, I invite you to watch the game. The link should be in here. And if you have watched the game, then one more time, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Best wishes.